A lot of you like to log into IPOs, and therefore it's important to understand about the IPO that is set to open today. N Gadgil Jewellers opens for subscription. Let me actually hand it back to Samina to tell us about the issue. Samina.
Thanks for that, Neeraj. Yes, it is all eyes on N Gadgil. Yesterday, the day belonged to Bajaj Housing Finance. Today, it's a smaller one relative to what we saw yesterday. Well, we have N Gadgil IPO that opens today. Just a quick financial, highlight of what they do. But just before we go into this, if I can get details of the IPO, that should be useful. Remember, this IPO opens for subscription today and it closes on the 12th of September. The price band for this listing, for the subscription, is in the range of 456 rupees to 480 rupees. The issue does consist of a fresh issue and an OFS. 330 crores have already been raised through the anchor investor book. Some of the marquee anchor investors that we have are Citigroup, Tata, Axis, Societe Generale, Goldman Singapore, to name a few. It's 1100 crore IPO, so it's actually relatively large as well. Now let's take you through what N Gadgil does and why do we think the company is one you want to track. In terms of financial metrics and growth, let's highlight that for you first. It's a time when jewelry and gold seems to be quite a talking point on the street. In terms of growth, revenues are up 55% per annum over the period of FY22 to 24. So a very strong CAGR being put out by N Gadgil. Profitability has also jumped 48% in the period of FY22 to FY24 on a compounded basis annually. Well, what we've also seen that the valuations aren't too bad. So their price to earnings is 42 times, price to book is about 5 times. Now, while this on the face of it looks okay, it's important to compare it to some of its peers, like maybe a Kalyan Jewellers, or for that matter, a Senko, or even Titan, which are all very stretched in terms of valuations. So as compared to the existing listed peers, N Gadgil looks relatively well priced. Well, what are the strengths of N Gadgil? One, it's been in the jewelry business for a significant period of time. So it's a legacy player in the jewelry business. And at a time such as this, when the whole world is looking at gold or play in gold, N Gadgil is in a sweet spot. But the one key positive is that they have a very strong regional presence. Now, this could be viewed as a negative as well, but before we go into that, let's tell you where its presence is. Maharashtra is an important market. Pune contributes to about 60% to its top line in the financial year FY24. They also, of course, are the second largest jewelry retailer in the state of Maharashtra. Maharashtra, as a state anyway, has a relatively high demand for gold jewelry. Well, the strength is that they hold a significant market share pan-India at 17%. So while Pune contributes 60%, pan-India, it's actually not a bad play with significant market share in that space. In terms of weakness, like I said, the strength where there was a geographical sort of control that they had in the state of Maharashtra, this could also be viewed as a weakness. Now, why is this a weakness? Because of the concentration that they have in the state. Expansion, any sort of more localized factors could impact the company quite significantly. What you also want to keep in mind is that this industry has seen intense competition. One is the unorganized space, which is what N Gadgil faces when you talk about competition, but also big players like Reliance and Birla have forayed into the jewelry business. So they've got competition from the unorganized sector and, of course, big daddies like the Birla Group and Reliance that are entering the business. So that's really N Gadgil for you. It's a strong opening, at least that's what we're expecting, with grey market premium already indicating to a very high sort of listing price. Will be all eyes on this one. 1100 crores looking to be raised. 330 has been done by strong institutions. Significant player in the jewelry business. And at a time like this, when gold prices are up 20%, there's quite a bit to gain, Tamanna and Neeraj, from this IPO.
Yeah, it's all about the IPOs right now.